Hi. On this episode, we're going to be going over the most frequently asked question that I never get asked. Why the hell you gotta own a forklift, man? That's what people don't ask me. So today, I'm gonna show you just why. And that, my friends, is why I own a forklift. What's going on, guys? It is Wyatt, and in today's video, we're going drag racing. Well, we'll see. I'm going to take you outside and show you the weather today, and then we're going to try and compare it to the weather on Wednesday, and you'll get a little glimpse of how temperamental Colorado is. So stepping outside, as you can see, this is what Colorado's weather is today. It is snowing and extremely cold. This is Monday, and we're supposed to be racing Wednesday. So just a little glimpse of Colorado and how temperamental she can be. What's funny is today is Monday and we are supposed to go racing Wednesday, so it'll be kind of cool to show you guys Colorado weather and how temperamental she can be. But I've been looking at the weather lately and it should be pretty nice and we should be able to go racing Wednesday, so that would be awesome. I hope the new power is going to really help out the car, and yeah, it should be a good time. So in the earlier part of this video, we're going to be fixing a couple things just to get the car 100% ready to go. So let's get into that. Kicking things off, we have a new axle here for the car. In the last video, you guys saw that we snapped the old axle, and I'm pretty sure it happened because it was already stressed out or had a fracture in it or something. And then when we were wheel hopping it really hard in the top of third gear, it just decided to break. So got a new one, got this thing warrantied out luckily, and we're gonna get that put in. I also picked up some helicoils. I noticed that two of the bolts that were holding the half shaft onto the back of the motor were stripped out. So we're gonna be fixing those with these today, and hopefully we won't have any more issues with that coming loose. I don't know if that contributed to why the axle broke, or if it happened when the axle broke, or what. So we're just gonna do it right, get it fixed, and not have to worry about that anymore either. Also on the car, I got the hood put back on it. As you guys can see, the hood stack looks really horrible right now. It's all misaligned and everything. And as you can see, this bigger hole is cut just so that you can get it close, and then that cover plate goes over the top of it. And I'll just need to make a new cover plate and extend the dump pipe up a little bit more because it sits below the hood. So I probably won't have that done for test and tune, but I will get around to fixing that eventually. Also in the last video, you guys heard this thing idle hunting or revving up and down like it had a very bad vacuum leak. What it actually was is the FITV valve, or the fast idle thermo valve is what their technical term is. On these Hondas, it's very common for that thing to come loose and cause that idle. So I have since got that fixed, and now the car will sit there and idle perfectly smooth, which is awesome. So as you guys can see, no more fast idle or idle hunting, whatever you want to call it, and that's all squared away. So yeah, it's really badass that that's fixed, and let's get started on this axle. Alright, so we got the half shaft out. It's kind of hard to see up in here, but the bolts are definitely stripped out. You can see the two that are there next to each other right under that yellow thing. You can see freaking threads pulled right out of that one. And yeah, so they're all stripped. So we need to go through and fix all of those. And hopefully we won't have any more issues and it won't be too much of a pain in the ass to do this. Alright, so I've almost got one of the helicoils done. And I just figured I'd give you guys a little rundown of how I do this. So a helicoil, in turn, what it does is that if you have a stripped out bolt, what you do is you drill it out larger with a larger drill bit, and then you tap it, and then you put this spring looking thing in there, and on the outside it's threaded for the new tap that you just tap the hole to, which is a larger diameter, and the inside is actually made to thread in the original size bolt. In my case, that's an M10 by 125 bolt. And so that'll thread onto the inside, the outside threaded to accept the spring, also known as the helicoil, and they're pretty handy for repairing threads. So being that it's in a tight space, I just have my Hitachi drill here and a 90-degree adapter with a drill chuck on it. I also have a 13 32nd drill bit. That is the correct size for the tap that I am using. So I have cut it down so that I can fit it in there. Since the hole is already existent and I'm not drilling a new hole, I just beveled the edges a little bit, but it doesn't have to be perfect because you're not drilling a new hole. Unfortunately, this bit will never be any good for anything else other than drilling out existing holes now, but it'll work fine for what I'm doing. And then once you have the hole drilled, you'll run your tap all the way in it, and I already have that done, so I'll show you what I mean. So up here, if you can see that hole, let's see here, already has new threads in it, and I've already drilled it out, and this one is ready to get the helicoil put in it. So I will get that put in there and we'll see if it works. Alright, the half shaft is in and tight, and it actually held, so that's a huge plus. I got them all torqued down to about 32 foot-pounds, which is, I figure, close to spec if there is one. But yeah, so it's all set to go. I'm gonna get the other half shaft put in on this side, the new one, and the car should be pretty much ready to go to the track. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Just kidding, it is Wednesday though, and as you can see, there's still snow on that rooftop over there, but it is pretty nice out today. It's supposed to get up to about 60 degrees, and there is a 0% chance of rain, and that means we're going racing. So getting the car dialed in for that, I just need to fix one of the slicks real quick. It has a leak in it, so I'm gonna fix that real quick so that I don't have to be airing it up between races. And yeah, other than that, the car is ready to go, so we're gonna do the slicks real quick and then load this thing up on the trailer. And a little update while we're talking about the car getting ready for test and tune, I want to show you guys the new motor for the car. This is a B18 B1 block, so it's an LS style block, and it's going to be perfect for the new build. This thing already has a CNC'd in block guard. This is a DA Fab block guard. They've been safely tested to 800 horse, but they had pushed it to 1,000 horse and then broke a connecting rod. So I have no worries that this thing will hold the 800 horse that I want to get out of this car. So yeah, that's awesome. We picked this up for a really good price from a buddy of mine. I'm going to give him a shout out here in a second. But like I said, extremely stoked that I got this, and the new motor build will be starting shortly. So like I said, I'd give him a shout out because he did hook it up really well on the block. His name is Izzy. He also runs Izzy Performance. He works on a lot of Subarus and Evos and some other things, but I do know for a fact that he works on the Subarus and Evos, does, you know, anything from just stock repairs to full-on race builds. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel. It's at Tuner Corp on YouTube. He's actually building a badass Evo right now, so make sure to check that out. I'll put the link in the description and also on the screen, so make sure to head over there and check him out. Like I said, really cool guy, awesome, like tons of knowledge, so extremely happy that we got that picked up, and all it's left to do now is put it together. So really looking forward to it. And again, thank you Izzy for the huge hookup on it. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get the car ready to go to the track. Well guys, car is strapped down to the trailer. We're about to make like a fart and blow this joint. Got hooked up to the old trusty D-Max So on to Bandimere we go, hoping to run some good passes tonight. Well, we just passed tech, so we're gonna go up here to the scale and see what the car weighs with me in it, and then we're gonna go hop in line and make the first pass of the night. All right, I don't know how well you guys can see that, but the car weighs 25 with me in it, and that's with, you know, 3/4 tank of gas, so be easier to figure out some numbers and times based off of that. So now we're gonna go grab a jacket and a helmet, hop in line, and make our first pass.
That's a good one, yeah. Oh!
Got fucking Todd, the master tuner, in here. Trying to figure out if the car's running good. Gonna richen it up a little bit, just because it's getting a little lean up here. racing tonight, so I'm gonna add a little bit of fuel, see what it'll do next run. Last pass was like a 12.9 at 105, or no, it was a 12.5. The last one was, so pretty dope. I'm gonna see if this new tune-up can, you know, make it not nose over as hard in fourth. It feels like it just falls off a little bit, so, and the air fuels are way out of whack, so we're gonna address that as well.
It doesn't even turn it on.
What are you doing, dipshit?
All of mine work.
I don't know, bro. I can't get home.
Go start it, bro.
You can't.
Really?
It won't start, bro.
What the fuck?
Unhook the battery.
Unhook the battery.
Yeah.
Well, guys, the car is up on the trailer. Did not perform how the fuck I wanted it to tonight whatsoever. I'm really hurt. I don't know what its deal is, but another 100 horsepower, same weight, same everything else, and it goes the same time. Ridiculous. So anyways, that's it for this video. The fastest pass is like a 12.501, and the 60 foots are better. They're like a 1.8 60 foot now, which is awesome, but nevertheless, the car's just not doing what I want it to. So for sale, 4K OBO.
Don't give up on her, bro.
Or we'll be scrapping the sketchy DA. We'll see. I don't know. I'm kind of tired of it. Like, it's pissing me off. I got 7 runs in tonight, and the best it did is a 12.5. Like, that's ridiculous. So, anyways, we're gonna go get some food. So that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe. Appreciate it. Peace.